as well.
All right, we're getting ready. Game number 1, match 1, CLG against All Authority. Let's go. We got our teams. We got CLG on blue. We got Against All Authority on purple side. We're getting ready. Game is about to finish loading up, and look at the intensity in their faces. And we are in.
Yeah, and it's pretty exciting. Both junglers are taking exhaust, so no flash jungling here. It's going to be a lot of aggression. It will provide them some greater counter jungling presence. They will be very strong in those 1v1 matchups. We do have Buccaneer TF right now, so I actually hadn't seen that skin before, but that's definitely exciting.
Hey, if you're at a fancy casino, you gotta have a fancy matching outfit. And you know what? We are in a good place right now. Hot shot now going on up.
Hey, Red Baron Corky, there we go.
Hey, yeah.
Someone's shouting it out.
We got it. But right, CLG getting up into the tri-bush. Soaz is alone. We don't know. I'm not sure if we can see him.
Yeah,
no
CLG,
vision on that. But here comes CLG.
Oh,
Soaz will get out just in time, but they know CLG is in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and really this is going to provide them some presence over their blue. They wanted to see if maybe they would come in after the red. Against All Authority definitely recognizes that early advantage, so they're playing pretty defensively, sitting up here. They did, Nidalee did see the Flash Frost coming in, so they know they're pursuing the red here, and they're actually, CLG is coming in to try and steal this red buff. Against All Authority, probably won't pursue it. They'll probably just get that blue for Nocturne and continue jungling.
They want to secure the blue, but what they could do, potentially, just go right into CLG's jungle, take the red, be none the wiser. A steal for a steal, you might as well. But Soaz still wandering around in the tri-bush. CLG, they're starting to get a few members recalling just to be safe. 4 still in the jungle. Ping's going down by the wolves. Linek should be taking those convincingly and going down then to the blue. We'll have to see where to go from there, but CLG's now moving in. Want to steal the wraiths. A little less for Linek to feed off of there. Red should be spawning soon. And we are now ramping up. So against All Authority's jungle to start is going to be very barren. So a lot of the action jungle-wise for the first few minutes should be going on CLG's side. And now we see MoMA, we see Big Fat LP in the mid.
It should be interesting to see where Nocturne's going to be going with his path because, like you said, he could pursue a bottom infiltration, but I don't know. Against All Authority knows that they're going to excel once they have some of these ultimates up, so it might be kind of risky for him to come in. He can steal these wraiths pretty easily, so he can do that. But not a lot of these lanes will be very easy for him to gank. We actually see Corky down here going to trade a little bit with Janna while Sona is away, so that gives them a little bit of an advantage there.
A few quick pot shots right there in the bush, and Linek now stealing the red.
Going for that red very aggressively, knows Lee Sin is going to be going over for the blue. I'm kind of surprised. A lot of times you'll see a pro ward the entrance to the jungle when you're trying to go for that aggressive counter jungle, so you know that that's not an issue.
So we got some mutual steals on the buffs, but both of our junglers now have both buffs, red and blue. They have the mana regen, they have the slow, they have the DOT, and MoMA and Big Fat LP. MoMA's taking a few hits, but everything's still going swimmingly for the moment. N-rated and yellow trying to do what they can against Doublelift and Chouster. Doublelift looking fine in that Baron Corky skin, if I must say so myself.
Oh, we have the Flash Frost from Big Fat onto MoMA, so getting a little early advantage there in that lane.
MoMA half health already 3 minutes in. Quite a severe disadvantage early on to have half health. I mean, like you can get a single gank from the jungler should be enough to take you out if you are not paying attention. But burning those health pots while you can.
Mostly, I suspect, though, we'll probably have free farm lanes through most of this time.
Yeah, we should.
There is some burst potential, but a lot of it's going to be dependent on whether or not junglers can get in there. We will see some harass going on, but for the most part, it's going to be waiting around until everyone gets level 6. Then we'll see some really aggressive ganks from against All Authority and see how CLG responds, whether we have good vision to try and catch against All Authority when they're out of position.
Yeah, the big thing here is level 6. Once Against All Authority hits level 6, they all get their ults, they all become global. They all become that much more mobile. Everyone from CLG, once that 6 comes around, they need to be a little more cautious, a little bit more wary of what they're doing.
And it's interesting, against All Authority, they do have, not only do they have that aggressive ganking team, but they definitely have some, strong pokes as the game progresses. It'll be interesting to see whether they can stall CLG underneath the tower.
Oh,
we do have the range from,
going
TF and everyone.
in, he's hovering around the mid. He's got both buffs. MoMA is around the corner, but the wraiths, Linek is nearby. St. Vicious is going in, the wall coming up, and the fireball misses, stun misses.
Yeah,
Failed
so
attempt.
not able to get in there. It will be very difficult to gank any of these lanes. We do have the skill shot ganked. But Nocturne seeing if, Lee Sin's going to come back in. Nothing's going to happen there, so he's just going to continue jungling.
CV goes down, we know he's there, but Soaz up top with hot shot, exchanging blows, trying to muscle the other person out of lane. But there's a lot of sustain, lots of sustain up top lane. We got the heal on Nidalee, we got Shen with the shield. It's going to be a pretty big standoff. Top lane, bot lane, we still got a little bit of action going on, but St. Vicious is now making his approach.
And they don't see him, so he's going to get the Q in there. Just some nice damage on Ezreal, but again, a very defensive lane. There's not really a whole lot of kill potential there. Both Ezreal and Corki are very survivable. It might be interesting. Chouster is really the one who's most vulnerable in this game. If we see an aggressive gank from Nocturne, and probably once we're level 6 with Nocturne again, that is when we'll see that coming out.
I mean, Ezreal, especially with Janna, it's a little bit difficult to gank. He has got to shift away, he still has flash up, and Janna very good on defensive for attempted ganks. You have the slow, you've got the tornado, you've got the shield. It's gonna be a little difficult to try and gank yellow at this point, but they're doing what they can. They're pushing the tower, they're keeping them under wraps for the time being, and mid Moma actually getting a little bit of an exchange on Big Fat, just saying, hey, I could deal damage too.
Yeah, but again, just not enough damage currently. Big Fat does have that egg, so there's not really a lot of potential there. But St. Vicious trying to get some damage off, not going to be able to hit Moma.
Can't hit those fireballs early on, but we'll see if that improves later on.
And so we do see top lane, is a very even matchup. Actually, Nidalee has a huge advantage in this lane so far. We do have, Shen will catch up a little bit on the CS now because Nidalee is pushing very aggressively, but still, doing a pretty good job farming there. Still mostly even lanes throughout. Let's see, Ezreal, Corki has a slight advantage in that lane, so pretty good job from CLG so far. Against Authority as well. None of them getting that first blood yet for that magical drink that we talked about later.
Now, if you look at mid, if you take a look at Moma and if you take a look at Big Fat LP, look at the mana difference. Moma is still quite a bit up, and he also has the blue card. He's a little bit more sustainable when it comes to mana. So sooner, actually, Big Fat LP is thinking about going back, but we may not see it for just maybe another minute or two. Wanted to see if we can't get a little bit more gold while we're at it. We are being pushed to tower.
It will be interesting. Nocturne is actually heading over towards his own blue. He knows that Lee Sin took his blue at around the 2-minute 30 mark. So
there it is.
It will be up. Nocturne's is up now. They can get that and then actually go over to CLG's blue when it spawns in about a minute. And if they can steal that blue with their great map presence currently, not allow Anivia to get it, then TF can just start pushing that mid lane right into the tower. Anivia will run out of mana extremely quickly, trying to keep up with TF's push. And they could use that for a great early advantage.
So 7.5 minutes, and it's a little bit passive, but also look at the gold. There's been no kills, but right now Against All Authority is about 1,000 gold up, just on farm alone.
Yeah, and it's primarily because we see a slight CS advantage in some of these lanes. Shen, exchanging a little bit. Nocturne isn't going to come down. I guess, they definitely don't want to get in these tight quarters against Anivia, and then it'll provide easier skill shots from Lee Sin. So Anivia is able to pick up that blue. That will give some great lane control in that mid lane.
So if you look at AAA right now, Ezreal's just about there, but everyone's slowly, almost everyone is 6. Almost all their global ults are up, so we should be seeing it very soon within the next minute or so, those ults in action to see if we can't start picking off people from CLG. Big Fat LP now also in the river, wards going down from both teams. Both rivers are pretty well covered at the moment. They want to make sure they have all their bases covered.
Yeah, TF definitely has the range to farm, but this is where it starts getting questionable about who has the advantage in this lane, because Anivia definitely has those long-range stuns. Is actually chasing after TF a little bit here, trying to prevent that teleport. Not really sure where he's going to be going, and actually just going to get some nice harass damage. But actually, Nocturne coming in is going to get the fear. Anivia trying to flash out of there. Is he going to get it? With the Shen ult as well. They do egg him, but here's Shen now, going to be turning against them. Big Fat will be coming back shortly. Can they pick up Moma? They are chasing. Will we see a Flash Frost just barely able to get out of there?
But look, Soaz is coming in from top lane though. Soaz is nearby, they see him in the bush, the ward is there, they know he's nearby, and Hotshot doesn't quite know where to go at the moment, but Soaz is still in the neighborhood.
And then double up in the bot lane, chunking Janna there, able to take some nice control, and Janna doesn't have the heal, but TF with the teleport bot lane, they're going to pick off Chaucer, there goes the Chaucer ultimate, but we did have the stun, and they are going to back out of there.
So close.
Wow.
All of the global ults.
And now we're starting to see that aggression from Against All Authority's team.
They hit 6. They hit 6. They got the ults. They might as well use them. All of them are down at the moment, varying cooldowns. But Ezreal's should be coming back up first. Looks like TF actually has the longest cooldown of all of them, but then oh boy, we got Dragon here from CLG. Linek is in the neighborhood. He put the ward down. He knows they're doing it. Yellow, N-rated. They're trying to poke in. The wall for Big Fat comes in. Yellow has to shift away. CLG, they want to finish this Dragon. They want to make sure they can get the first one. It's kind of resetting, but they still got it in the pit.
Oh, the slice from Linek!
Oh!
It's actually coming in, gets the
as soon as Vicious is caught, Momo's coming to stun Linek!
Blood.
That's a Drake! I told you, man.
We're both just sitting here. It's been a fantastic game so far. Actually, Soaz
and Big Fat getting caught out in the jungle. Soaz, the wall goes down, but will Soaz be able to pursue? We got a spear. Will it land? No, Chaucer's right in the way. Yes, taking the bullet.
And Anivia's egg is down currently, so there is that potential for that death.
Intense play, man. We got the Dragon Steel and the First Blood. Against All Authority is in a good spot right now early on.
And we are seeing, TF starting to push that mid lane. He's actually coming up, going to start taking these wraiths maybe, or he's going up top to, take some of that farm. Nidalee should be there shortly, so he can just kill another wave, deny Anivia some of that mid experience. And CLG, I don't know, they did lose the Dragon, they did lose the ganks, but otherwise they've been doing a pretty good job of thwarting the efforts here. But we actually see Shen is up top, and we do have red buff still on Nocturne. It is about half full, so he will have it up, and Shen is going to try and get out of there. There's the fear, but he's going to be safe escaping in that lane. But some nice damage from Big Fat on Moma in mid.
Big Fat still trying to keep TF at bay. Top lane right now, Soaz looks like he's about to go free farm mode, but Hotshot drifting down from top lane, going down mid on Moma. Taunt misses. Trey's tanking all the turret shots. The wall goes down. Ignite is down on Moma, but not going to do a whole lot there. But I think they're just going to go ahead, be content with just pushing the lane while they can. But Soaz top lane free farming. Chauster and Double Lift now pushing bot lane. But yeah, Soaz is going unguarded top lane, and that top turret is half health already.
Yeah, Nidalee definitely has that pushing potential. That is, what we see from a lot of their team. They have really strong pushing lanes. Shen isn't the best at counter pushing, so we'll have to see. Lee Sin trying to get some nice damage in here, stop this lane from pushing, and we'll be able to stall it out there for a little bit.
See, that's the biggest thing with Shen top lane. If he teleports away, if he wanders away, that is your cue to just shove top as much as you can, keep that aggression going, and it's just free farm time. And Shen may be teleporting to bot lane way far away. It's going to be a while until he comes back up, but until then, it's just free XP, free gold, free anything you want. Now, Soaz still being pushed, but the Hotshot is back with the St. Vicious here in top lane. Going to be pushing back a little bit. And it looks like Moma's now going to be going for blue once again. CV going down from CLG. They know he's in the neighborhood, but I'm not sure if they're going to be doing a whole lot about it.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough for them to invade, particularly with the map presence that Against All Authority has. So TF will be able to keep control of those blues. We will see CLG's blue is going to be up in the next minute, so that'll be up as well. And Shen, getting a nice little exchange here, but Nidalee can, of course, just heal and be fine here. And so both the mids will be able to take their blues in preparation for these mid fights happening.
Yellow used his ult bot lane just to clear the minion wave, just to push so they have some room, they have some time to go back and shop. Janna getting some more wards. What's Ezreal getting? I think we're looking for Bloodthirster here soon, in the near future.
For Ezreal, yeah, that's definitely a pretty strong item. They did, reduce the lifesteal that you're going to have, but the fact that it keeps its stacks a little bit more easily now, it definitely makes it a little bit stronger for a character like Ezreal, who's going to be using it for those physical abilities.
Yep. It used to be Bloodthirster. If you died, you lost all your stacks, but now it's only half. So you have a little bit of trade-off with the lifesteal and the stacks, but it's still overall fantastic item. Wonderful on Ezreal.
You also have to consider that actually we see TF and Nocturne coming up here. There's the Nocturne ultimate, and TF is going to be coming in as well. See, Hotshot is going to break the fear, trying to get out of here. Will actually be very close. He doesn't have his ghost up. It will be up shortly, so they are chasing.
Waiting to taunt through the wall, trying to go through. Oh, is he gonna? Oh, what is it? Where's the taunt? Where's he going? But here you go, Big Fat LP